Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for January. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you are starting out with justice. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So I feel like you're asking for karmic justice in a situation. You have had a disagreement with somebody here. You're taking opposing views on whatever this is. And I do feel like there has been some conflict. You definitely want karmic justice in the situation. You may even be requesting an apology as well. Now, there is somebody new here that's in your energy. This would be a new love interest that you may have just started speaking to or have just spoken to. We'll clarify that. I am also seeing with the Four of Swords here in reverse, whoever you had this issue with, this conflict with, and it could have even been legal. There could be some legal issues going on with this as well. It's definitely you're on opposing sides. You have very different views from this person. And I feel like it got a little bit aggressive. So it could even be legal. But there is going to be some news that either you're going to find out or that you're delivering after a period of time here. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy, please. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. Strong fire sign energy. Could be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, but it does not have to be. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands. We have the King of Wands. And we have the World in reverse. So this person doesn't feel like everything is over, that it's not complete between the two of you. I will say that this is somebody who is very charismatic. They're likely very attractive. They get a lot of attention and they enjoy that attention. This is also somebody, they could be in a managerial position or a position of authority in some manner. People do generally like this person, but they're used to calling the shots. They're used to telling other people what to do, when to do something. And I feel like they don't feel like things are over between the two of you. This person feels passionately towards you. Let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Ooh, the Seven of Swords. So there's been some lying, cheating, or stealing that's been taking place here. No wonder you're asking for karmic justice. Yeah, there's something here that has been dishonest between you and this person. Show me what's affecting this connection. All right, we have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So this person feels that you betrayed them. I do see you sneaking away from this connection, possibly towards someone new. This may have occurred somewhere in the time frame of fall. But this person that's in your energy, I feel like they feel extremely betrayed. This was a shock to them. They feel like it was a hit and run, like they weren't expecting this. And I feel like this has been painful. Like they feel that they didn't even get a chance to, how do I word this? They didn't get a chance to really do anything to help the situation because you were already gone. You were already out of there. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome. This could be a divorce situation where you've moved on towards somebody new, but this person feels betrayed. The High Priestess. So you're going to get news, and it's likely a judgment. It's likely about what is going to be taking place. Some of you guys could be, you or the other person could be getting tarot readings or, you know, consulting a tarot reader or a psychic. But I feel like there's going to be communication by the end of the month. And I'm not end of the month. I don't know why I said that. Maybe for some of you. But there, it's like everything is up in the air right now. Everything is up in the air. And you're looking for answers. They're looking for answers. And I do feel like you're going to hear something maybe by the end of the week or so. I'll see if I can get a timing card on that. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the Devil in reverse. That's underlying energy. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, possibly another Scorpio here. But I feel like as an underlying energy, there was something that was very tempting here. That the temptation could not be overcome. And I do feel like there was some sort of toxicity with the Seven of Swords. And now that situation is revealed. It's out in the open. So let me clarify. Spirit, why is justice here for Scorpio? Six of Coins reversed. And the Page of Pentacles reversed. So if there's some sort of a court case going on with this person, you could have just recently refused an offer because it wasn't balanced. It didn't seem, you may have thought, well, this person's just trying to, you know, trying to lowball me here. So I do see some sort of a offer that's being refused here. If this has to do with spiritual, more of a spiritual court, I feel like there's an extreme imbalance between you and this person. I feel like you do want to balance things out, but this person's not really, or you're not accepting possibly what they're offering. Yeah, there's something to do about not talking with this person, not accepting what it is that they're offering. Let me see why the Page of Cups is here. Why is the Page of Cups here? There's the Devil. It has to do with somebody new. It's in the reverse here, so it's come out. And the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you were slowly moving towards somebody else. You were slowly moving towards somebody that you were just drawn to. Like you couldn't even... You may have been trying not to move towards that person, but I feel like this is... You were just drawn to them. You were unable to you know, keep yourself from moving towards them. So slowly you began to move steadily towards them until it reached a pitching point. And then at that point, you made the decision to kind of sneak away from this other relationship. It does look like fall time frame. Let me see, why is the Four of Swords in reverse? Yeah, Three of Wands reversed. Knight of Swords reversed. You feel like this person isn't in your future. They aren't the one that you desire to have in your future, that things are not going to get better. Okay, I feel like you don't really want to talk to this person, but you're going to have to, and it has to do with a judgment call that's coming through. I also feel like you had a pretty bad argument with this person and you felt like that was inevitable. You could also be a little angry with this person. There could have been some sharp words that were spoken. So let's look at their energy. Spirit, why is the Queen of Wands here? All right, we have the Emperor, sign of Aries, and the Empress. Libra or Taurus energy. So this person feels that the two of you were the perfect match. They feel that, you know, there was a lot of passion here. They feel that they took charge of things. Again, I'm seeing somebody who could have been a business owner or a high-level manager or a person of authority in some manner. But they were very balanced and they felt like, you know, that the two of you belonged together, that you were the perfect couple. They actually had you up on a pedestal, although you may not have felt that way. So let me see. Why is the King of Wands here? because we have the King and Queen of Wands, and we have the Emperor and the Empress out. Likely there was, you know, this connection was prosperous financially. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups reversed, and we have the Lovers. Yeah, so while this person was thinking that the two of you were soulmates, that, you know, you belong together, that you were the perfect couple, they came to find out that you had a choice in love. You had a choice between them and someone else. This made them very, very unhappy. I do feel like the ending was very hard for this person. You kind of left rather abruptly, and they felt devastated. They felt betrayed. They felt betrayed that there was even another party involved. So this person is currently very unhappy. Let me see why the World is in reverse. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they felt abandoned, rejected. Wheel of Fortune and the Star card. This is actually going to work out in their favor, though, because they have the Wheel of Fortune. This will work out in their favor. Even though right now they don't see that, because they're still in a state of feeling rejected, feeling abandoned. They're in shock, sort of, but they're healing. And after they heal, they're going to realize that this was in their best interest. That this is, you know, but they've got to heal. They've got to get their feelings, their emotions back under control. Let's look at the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. All right, we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, you may have moved out or moved away from this person. Again, I'm seeing that energy. Somebody like, you know, just abruptly leaving, not wanting to talk, not wanting to work things out, sneaking away. But there was some you know, behavior that was a little bit toxic prior. There was deceit involved with this. You just felt like you couldn't move forward with this person. Now they're confused. They're looking at this and they're like, wait a minute, I thought we were the perfect couple. We had everything. We had it all. And then you went out and found another option. So, you know, they're feeling very betrayed, very rejected, very confused. But you have no desire to move forward with this person. Let me see what's affecting the connection. The Death card reversed. The Two of Cups reversed. Two of Wands reversed. And the King of Cups. So this person still loves you, Scorpio. There's incomplete business here. With the Death card in reverse, there's things that, and it's likely something legal, or, you know, even, or possibly something to do with location or moving. But there's some unresolved things or some unfinished business that's here. Now, this person, they have deep emotions for you. They're still very focused on you. I do feel like this is somebody who is basically loving you from afar, because we see that the two of you are not on the same page. You're not, you know, you're not reaching out to them. They're not reaching out to you at this point. And there's an ending that's occurred here. Why? Well, because you made a choice to move in a different direction, to move away from this connection and towards somebody that was new. So this person is still in a state of shock, is what it amounts to. They're feeling rejected, abandoned, and they feel as if they have been deceived. They feel like you betrayed them. And they do still have feelings for you. So let me look at the outcome. So I see an ending, but unresolved business that's still here. And this person in your energy, Scorpio, has unresolved feelings and emotions as well. Show me the outcome for Scorpio. Three of Coins reversed. The Tower. And Temperance. All right, so I do see that there is going to be an ending of this foundation, and it's ending because of secrets. I feel like there were a lot of secrets that were being kept, and I feel like neither of you are going to want to keep the foundation here as it was with all the secrets. And I'm hearing lies as well. So secrets and lies, it was a foundation that was built on that. So therefore it's leading to a tower moment. It wasn't built on something solid. It was built on secrets and lies. And I feel like some self-deception, because I really don't think that this connection could have reached this point. But what the person in your energy was kind of like, looking at the sunshine and butterflies and not really looking at what was taking place here. So, I mean, when you have an ending of a connection, it's never just one person's fault. There's contributing factors that have to be dealt with. But in any event, it was built on secrets and lies. It's dissolving because of that. This is going to cause a tower moment for you as you're realizing, and it may have already, as you're realizing that this is not where your future lies, that this is not where you want to be. I do feel like for some of you, there could be some very sharp or harsh words said. Others of you are going to say what you need to say, and then you're going to pull away without the intention of talking with this person again. And like I said, I feel like you're moving towards someone new that was likely already in your energy. This person in your energy, they're going to kind of move away. They're going to lick their wounds a little bit, and they're going to realize that this was built on secrets, that it wasn't equal and balanced. And as they heal, and they're going to go into a deep healing energy. As they do, their hope will return. They're going to become emotionally more balanced. It's actually going to lead them into more of a, what is the word I'm looking for? Like an ascension of sorts. They're going to move into an ascension. So whether they're aware of it or not, this connection was never meant to continue. It was destined to at some point end. And it will kick them into an ascension, and it is going to be in their best interest. So bottom of the deck, we have the Magician in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and that does indicate that this connection did not manifest correctly because there was some sort of toxic energy here that was revealed. Now, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, let's see, another Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, Libra, Taurus, and Aries is what I'm seeing right now. But I hope that that's helped. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Pulling for Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. It says, ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you to balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. So there's a need for you to ground yourself, Scorpio. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video so other Scorpios can get the message. And until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are loved, and namaste.